v Sindhu. Well, 14-16 down in that deciding game. 7 of the last 8 points. That is remarkable. So it's just women's doubles to come, and it is the qualifiers. Jung and Shin Seung up against the Japanese pair, the number 7 seeds, Miyuki Maeda and Reika Kakiiwa. Well, as far as the women's doubles destination Dubai is concerned, 8 changes from the previous list after the Korean Super Series. And an awful lot of that, I suspect, is because all the pairs kept getting mixed around. New pairs, as we've seen here in this tournament, Koreans and the Chinese swapping partnerships. But the number 7 pair there, Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, were of course winners of this title last year, and sadly they were the number 4 seeds this year and had to withdraw from the tournament. It is delightful to see the Dutch pair doing well in world terms now, Muskins and Beek. Number 5, as you saw, they moved up 1 place actually. And there we can see in the bottom half of the draw, women's doubles draw, the world and Olympic champions Tian Qing and Zhao Yunlei safely through against Ma Jin and Tan Huan Ting. 2 straight games. So this is the last of our semi-finals.
And now the final match of the day, women's doubles. Please welcome world number 21 and quarterfinalists at this year's Victor Korean Open. From Korea, Jung and Shin. And they are facing the world ranked number 7 and quarterfinalists at this year's OUE Singapore Open. Please welcome from Japan, Reika Kakiiwa and Miyuki Maeda.
So the Japanese pair, the number 7 seeds, Miyuki Maeda and Reika Kakiiwa. 3rd straight year that they have been in the semi-final here at the Denmark Open, but they've never progressed beyond the semi-final stage. Will it be their year? Well, as far as the Koreans are concerned, I mean, what a tournament they've had. This is their 2nd Super Series semi-final, also happens to be their 2nd consecutive Super Series semi-final, because they were semi-finalists in Korea, their home event. They've come through the qualifying here in Odense. And en route, they beat the number 1 seeds, Matsutomo and Takahashi, who were beaten finalists last year. So disappointing that some of the fans have left. And court officials from Portugal and Sweden. Maeda, who was 4th in the 2008 Olympic Games with Sakoko Suitsuna. And her partner was a silver medalist at the Olympic Games in London with Mizuki Fuji. But here are the qualifiers. They're obviously not seeded. Gone up 1 place in the world ranking this week to 77, but they've only got 4 tournaments towards their world ranking. They did actually play 3 tournaments together last year and then reformed their partnership this year at the Japan Super Series. Came through the qualifying and then lost in the first round, teammates in 3 games. And there you go. They've already played 5 matches. Well, I say played, they got a walkover in the 2nd of their qualifying matches, so that wasn't actually really played, but in the 2nd round, they beat the number 1 seeds, Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi, in 2 straight games. Matsutomo coming back from an ankle injury that she picked up at the Japan Open, so perhaps understandable that they're not at the best, that other Japanese pair. Quarterfinal was against other qualifiers, Jang Ye-na and Lee So-hui, both former partners of the 2 Korean players that beat them, so that would have been interesting dynamics on court there. As far as the number 7 seeds from Japan are concerned, well, Miyuki Maeda turned 30 on Wednesday, which means she shared a birthday with Lin Dan. I wonder if any of the fans sang happy birthday to her as they did
Probably
Lin
not.
Dan, and whether she got a birthday cake. They have been as high as 5, and they're down 1 place in the Super Series standings because they missed the Korean Open due to injury. Well, they haven't had to play against a seeded pair. Quarterfinal, Poon Lok Yan and Si Yun Suet. 3 games there, an hour and 17 minutes. And that Hong Kong pair have done well in this tournament. I thought they played exceptionally well in beating Fukuman and Yonao. But of course, that's the section of the draw that the defending champions, Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, were supposed to be. And they withdrew before the start of play, so they were replaced in the main draw, pair promoted from the qualifying. So as I was saying, our court officials from Portugal and Sweden. Well, we know that the Korean players are very, very good players, but what we don't really know too much about is their capabilities in this partnership. The early signs are very, very good.
Yeah, and they have like 4 ladies doubles in this tournament. 3 of them were placed in the first 4 spots. Only the top seeds
Ladies and gentlemen,
were not from Korea.
on my right, Kim Yoo-yoon,
So they sort of
Shin
emerged
Seung,
from
Korea. And on my left, Reika Kakiiwa, Miyuki
that
Maeda,
group.
Japan.
But we've discussed
Jung
it that
to serve
you've mentioned
to
that
Miyuki Maeda. Level.
they were not that good in the beginning of the year, but they've certainly stepped up, the Koreans here, in the past couple of months. And I think their ladies doubles have shown some progress as well.
Yeah.
Seems like they've found the combinations that they want to play in.
That's found the line. Good shot. Well, of course, Jung Kyung only used to play women's doubles with Kim Ha-na. In fact, they gained notoriety. Well, that's not really the right word, is it? When they were disqualified from the London Olympic Games. One of 4 pairs disqualified. Shin Seung-chan, of course, was 2-time world junior champion with Lee So-hee.
We played with her until recently.
Until very recently, yeah.
2, love.
Yeah, it was an opportunity for
3,
Maeda.
love.
This Japanese pair were bronze medalists at the World Championships last year here in Denmark. It's an excellent start by the qualifiers from Korea.
Love.
Well, Reika Kakiiwa has got her right knee very, very heavily strapped. Japanese pair have a reputation of being really quite a defensive pair. But at the moment, their defence has been broken down by Jung and Shin Seung.
6-love. Service over.
Now, Japanese pair get point on the scoreboard.
6. Two, 6. Three, 6.
I certainly do think the Japanese pair look far more impressive when they are on the attack, but as I was saying a moment ago, they do have a reputation as a fairly defensive pair.
Yeah. I think we see some of the pairs emerging that they're willing to attack a bit more and has a better attack, so it'll be interesting to see if they can keep penetrating the Koreans.
7-3.
It's interesting. I was saying, obviously, Steen, that both the Korean pairs I rate very highly in world terms, but never seem to have really performed here in Denmark. Neither player has previously been beyond the second round of the Denmark Open.
Yeah.
And when you consider they've both played mixed doubles on occasions as well,
Yeah.
be so highly ranked in previous partnerships. Jung with Kim Ha-na reached number 5 in the world ranking. Surprising. Oh, there's the confusion. Oh,
Why?
she dropped her racket. Or rather had it knocked out of her hand. Look, they both go for it. It's too long.
Yeah.
6.
Very nice flat lift from Kakiiwa.
That's good placement of the smash.
Service over.
And that's something that, you know, I can remember
9, 6.
last year when I was watching some of the women's doubles, and it was more in association with another Japanese pair. And I got very frustrated that they weren't, whilst they were hitting down on occasions, it wasn't specific placement enough. It wasn't good enough placement to force a weak reply that could then be intercepted and involve the net player.
Yeah.
And you do have to be very precise with your attacking play in women's doubles.
You gotta have different strategies as to where you want to aim the smashes, and it depends, of course, on the strength of the player that is on the opposite side. We see here that Maeda, she's very often using forehand when hit down her right side when she's standing in the right field. So perhaps a smash placement on the inside would be a good idea, and there would be some more likely returns from that place than you don't want your partner to cover those options.
Oh, that's nice.
Service over.
Good interception for a start, and then the placement of that little block in between the two Japanese players, both tempted to go for it and both leaving it for the other.
10, 8.
38 shots to win it.
Yeah, not the longest so far. We had a 39.
Interval.
Big miss from Kakiiwa at the net. I normally rate Miyuki Maeda as the
철저하게 마에다 좀 잘 쳐야 된다.
better
그래야 걔네
front court player of the Japanese pair.
높은 거를 승천에 때리고 가고 높은 거 당연히 나오지 마. 낮은 거만 놔주든지 하고 그거 좀 자연스럽게 돌아야 돼. 그리고 혹시나 저를 부딪혔을 때는 빨리 순간적으로 하나도 알고 뭐 어떻게 뭐 맞추든지 말든지 공을 일단 넘겨줘야 된다. 그렇게 하고 절대 공격을 이기려면 안 된다. 공격하다가 쟤네 실수하고 수비로 이긴다 생각하고 이렇게
Beijing.
잘하고 있어. 경원 수비도 처음에 올리고 보이는 것만
20
수비 들어가야 돼.
seconds. 20
진짜 처음에 올리고
seconds.
보이는 거 딱 들어가기.
You know, what do you make of the gestures there? Something about rotational play?
I'm really not sure.
No.
Heavy strapping on the right knee of Kakiiwa.
Yes, and I assume that's the injury problem that kept them out of the Korean Open.
Play.
Quite interesting. The Japanese pair, they make no effort as regards to service returns and so on. Just lift from the beginning. So the Koreans, they sort of know what's waiting them.
Oh, yes.
Service over.
Shin a little bit slow to react to that cross-court smash, the initial one. Yeah, persistent pays off for the Koreans.
Twelve, 9.
Well, that is the longest of the match so far.
Yeah, 62 shots.
There was a rally in one of the women's doubles matches earlier in the week. Was 4 minutes, 40 seconds long.
232 shots. That's why some good opportunities for the Koreans when they can push from their backhand side at the net there. That's putting pressure on the Japanese pair. That's a short service return.
Oh, that's a nice change of pace too. Oh.
Service over. Ten, 13.
Koreans have challenged that one. Yeah, that's all plumb on the line.
Yeah. Badminton terms, that from the look of our replay, didn't really look that close, did it? Surprising challenge. Yeah, you were right, plumb on the line.
Challenge unsuccessful. Yoon Kyu-yoon, Shin Sung-shen. One challenge remaining. 11-13.
Japanese coaches. Kojima Kai, one of them. Oh, that's good work from Jung Kyung.
I have a feeling that the Japanese, they mostly score when the Koreans make some kind of mistake.
14.
Yeah.
Not a direct mistake, but a misjudgment or a misreading of the situation. And of course, then you could say, but aren't all scoring opportunities emerging from that? And that's probably right. But they're not sort of deliberately trying to turn things around. They're pretty confident standing in defense and relying on that eventually the Koreans will wear down or wear out and not be able to create these opportunities.
15-11.
It takes a lot of mental strength to execute a strategy like that.
Yeah.
Come to think of one of the matches in the boxing world, I haven't really seen it myself, but I heard that it was some kind of the same tactics that Muhammad Ali executed against George Foreman.
Was that the rumble in the jumble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let his opponent hit himself tired on me.
Yeah.
That takes some mental strength.
Yes. Takes some physical strength too if it's in the boxing ring.
Shin.
That's interesting. Japanese pair asked the umpire if they could towel down. The umpire said no, play on please. And I think that's good umpiring because the Korean pair are on a bit of a roll at the moment. The umpire obviously feeling that it was a tactical break that was needed rather than a physical break. And I suspect he's right. 5 straight points.
11.
I understand your point completely while I'm looking at this rally, Steen, because most people, by taking initiative, whether it's in doubles or singles in badminton, force their opponent into making an error, and that's how they win their points. Yeah. There's no initiative taken here, really, from the Japanese pair.
Sky-high lifts to the baseline, where normally you try at one time in the rally to push the lifts a little bit in order to create a transition. They're not doing that. It's like get them as tired as possible in the first game, and then we can play. I think
this is 7 straight points now to get them to gain point opportunities. I mean, it's suddenly it seemed as if it was all very close at 13-11, and the Koreans have just pulled away completely.
And the Japanese pair cannot be entirely certain on qualifying for the Olympics.
No.
They have their compatriots Takahashi and Matsutomo ahead of them, and that means that they have to be in top 8. Right now they're ranked as number 7, but there's no Koreans in front of them, and I'm not sure if it stays that way.
I suspect this could be the longest rally of the match so far.
I kind of like the idea that the Koreans are showing, hey, we're not afraid to play with you. You want to play long rallies? We can play long rallies too.
Well, it's a run of 8 straight points to close out the opening game.
First game won by Yoon, Shin Seung, 21-11.
21-11 confirms the umpire. 24 minutes. Yep, I thought it was the longest rally of the match so far. 75 shots.
천천히 해도 했다고. 알지? 그리고 승찬아, 대각 낮은 거 보대, 직선 뜨는 건 네가 잡아주고 때려줘야 된단 말이야. 알겠지? 그렇게 하고 랠리가 다 하다가 좀 미유키 돌려야 된다. 이거는 너가 딸릴 게 전혀 없어. 체력이든 뭐든 힘이든. 제가 지금 더 싫단 말이야. 쫙쫙 하면 된다. 주술 때 원서도 딱 처음부터 집중해야 된다. 진짜로. 경원아, 처음부터 해야 된다.
Yep. Lee Kyung-won, Korean coach, not using all of her allotted 2-minute time. Must be quite satisfied with her players, and rightly so.
Jung, start. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Coach, please.
Yeah. Japanese coaches asked to leave. They used all of their time. And of course,
Maeda, please.
a lot to discuss on what to do, and depends a little bit on whether they feel that their
Start.
initial game plan can still work out, that they're still able to wear down the Koreans and eventually score points, or they might have to take a more attacking approach to their game. Anyway, we're ready here for
Second game.
the second game.
Level. Play.
good final smash. Well, I'm not sure if that rally has really answered your question or not. They're certainly hitting more shots in a downward direction, the Japanese pair.
But not afraid to play long rallies.
No.
1-love.
Even longer. They're getting
77
longer and longer.
shots. Yeah. It's very interesting to see what happens here after this long rally. So, if the Japanese pair has to keep on working that hard to score their points, and the Koreans have a little bit of an easier time, and they're not afraid to work for it, then it would be really, really tough for the Japanese to win this match. And that's what, well, in both these two rallies that the Japanese have won, the variation of pace and placement.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that was a real opportunity. Created the opportunity.
3-1.
Now you see, really going for that interception at the net and trying to make some sort of impact is what I like to see more in doubles.
A lot of it is about sort of reading your opponents. What can you do with your defense?
No, good defense. Oh, that was nice. Year-old Shin Seung. Maybe losing her patience, do you think, in that?
Maeda.
Or just trying because
wanting
she was
it a little bit too much, perhaps.
Yeah.
So the thing that worked for them in the first game was being patient. I mean, sort of hop along the Japanese tactics, and suddenly a number of opportunity opened up in the middle of the game.
Well, we didn't see it, but I can tell you that Maeda tried to practice serve, and she found the net with a practice serve as well. That was the third attempt.
So it's 3-4 now. When you have these situations, you also try to figure out which player gives us the better opportunities. There must be one player who is a little bit more unsafe in her defense than the other. And yeah, you need time to figure that out.
Yeah.
And if they seem pretty solid, both of them, then what happens if we mix it up with a drop shot and then attack, and a drop shot and then attack? Where is it? Which player is it that can sort of give us some opportunities of actually putting it away, winning the rally?
Yeah.
So that one would be one that goes in the book. Suddenly changing the attack to Maeda. And actually a little bit of a flat attack. Creates the opportunity. Very often if a pair has a very good long defense, attacking a bit more flat can challenge that. It's a bit harder to get the correct length on the lifts. Oh, great play.
Yeah. Suddenly, where did that come from? It's good to see.
Yeah.
Rotational play there from the Japanese pair.
We talked about when we was watching this new Japanese mixed double with Kasuno and Kurihara that I thought that a number of years ago they were actually on the verge of finding a really good mixed doubles with Keita Masuda, who's now the men's singles coach, and no other than Miyuki Maeda here in this women's double. Had a couple of successful tournaments when they first emerged as a pair.
Short, yeah. The channel attack down the center of the court narrows the angle of reply. This one here. And then Kyung, a simple put away.
Yeah, well played.
It's that change of pace you were talking about.
Yeah. If I were the Koreans, I would take perhaps not a whole step, but a half step forward and raise my racket a little bit, because I think the smashes from the Japanese pair are actually quite flat. So they might be able to counter-attack on it if they change their racket position a little bit.
Thank you. 6-5. Play. Service over. Six. Oh.
Yeah, that's good judgment.
Yeah, that was one of those combinations, I think.
7-6.
The fast pace clear to Kakiiwa, and then attacking her with the next shot. Trying to intercept at the net after that.
Oh, yes. There's definitely, to me, really shown in that rally, there's definitely more commitment to try and intercept at the net from both the Korean players than there is from either of the Japanese players. And given that comment, I'm struggling in my own mind. I can't really recall the Japanese mixed doubles pair with Maeda.
No?
No, when she played with Masuda. Because to me, she doesn't, you know, as we've seen from earlier today, we've had two excellent mixed doubles semi-finals, and the women really looking to read the game at the front of the court, to hunt the shuttle.
Yeah.
And I don't see that from
in her game now.
Not so much, no.
No. But she's been playing ladies doubles for a number of years, and I don't think she's been playing mixed doubles ever since. So that part of it is a little bit out. It's been more important that she could actually cover the backcourt, whereas if she would have continued as a mixed doubles player, these skills would have been developed.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah. Good play. It's interesting that I think at one stage Shin Seung was paired with Lee Yong-dae.
She was, and I thought that would be a good combination, but they were split again.
Fairly quickly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
10-7.
Lee Yong-dae now playing with Shin's former women's doubles partner, Lee So-hee.
And they've they haven't really made any great results so far. I don't think Lee has, ever since he stopped playing with Lee Jung, with whom he won the Olympic gold in
Beijing.
Service over. Eight, 10.
Missed that one.
Yeah, I think of all the players on court, I think the youngest, Shin Seung-chan, is the one that loses her patience, and maybe that's the inexperience.
check the results of Masuda and Maeda, and I can't really find any extraordinary results, so I don't know why I made a note of that pair being quite good. They haven't beaten anyone particular.
Go to the mid-game interval.
11-9
pair
interval.
with a 2-point advantage.
안 되면 수비를 바꿔. 그러니까 쟤네가 막 때리다 저게 실수 나오게 해야 된다고 알겠지? 진짜 들어. 길어도 되고 떠도 아무 상관 없다고 무슨 알겠지? 잘하고 있어 지금. 경은이도 밑에서 드라이브 안 가면 된다. 위에서 드라이브 가면 쟤네가 못 잡는다. 근데 밑에서 하는 거는 딱 하고 있거든. 그것만 신경 쓰면 되고. 진짜 수비 가운데로 갔으면 같이 절대로 사이드 보면 안 된다. 아니 쟤네가 앞쪽에 그렇게 쏘는 애도 아니고 딱 힘내야 된다. 그냥 힘내야 된다.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Coach. Coach. Head up.
Well, as the players return to court, qualifiers from Korea, I'm just noticing along from our commentary position, Steen, some of the Korean teammates,
Maeda.
including Kim Ha-na, who of course played the third match
11-9.
on this afternoon's centre court, the mixed doubles semi-final. She's still here.
Play.
I'm surprised at that. She hasn't gone back to the hotel for perhaps a massage and something to eat.
Yeah.
And
She might be sharing a room with one of these two players, and they got
yeah.
the key. No, I think we see that more with the Asian players, that they are more supportive of their
teammates.
fellow countrymen. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. I mean, that's pretty much unthinkable that a Danish ladies doubles should stay and watch another ladies doubles play, especially if one of them had to play the next day.
Yeah.
Excellent read by Maeda there. And I think if I were the Japanese, I would definitely
10,
target
12.
Kyung and Jung. Not necessarily all the time, but when I was in a reasonably good position and I was looking to try to make a kill within 2 or 3 shots, I would direct my attack at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple of errors from Shin, as you pointed out, Joe.
12.
Is that the best chance of the Japanese pair that she gets tired, perhaps?
I'm not sure that she'll get tired. I think that she
Impatience?
It's the patience, yeah, or lack of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. having said the lack of patience, I have to say, of all the players on court, I like the fact that Shin tries to do something, tries to make a difference, tries to play something tight and so on, whereas the others are just quite happy just to keep it going.
And that was what at least I noticed. I guess you've noticed the same when she was playing with Lee Young-dae in the mixed doubles, that she actually had some skills around the net. She was going for the winners. She could support Lee Young-dae, who has a tough time killing it himself in the mixed doubles.
Yeah.
He needs help from his female partner. I like that block there from Maeda, because it sort of nullifies everything. That one as well from Kakiiwa. Oh. Are they challenging the record set on, was it Thursday?
Yes.
I guess so.
Oh,
Oi.
my goodness. Well, defence holding firm from the Japanese pair, but why on earth didn't she try varying the pace or the angle? Something. Well, that's definitely the longest rally of the match so far, isn't it? Not even half the length of that.
Exactly the thing I thought. Only halfway through.
Twelve, 13.
Yeah. And she's the most powerful smasher, I think. Shin.
14, 12.
Of these four players.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, good pressure from the front of the court.
Yeah.
And that emphasises the point I was making. You know, she's prepared to go for it. She'll thunder down the big smash. And she'll also really try and anticipate and intercept at the net.
And that's sort of, in my opinion, been the difference between these two pairs here. Both pairs have a really, really solid defense.
Yeah.
It's just that the Koreans are a little bit more creative in the attack. Yeah, misjudgment there from the Japanese side.
Service over. Thirteen, 16.
Oh, didn't she touch that? That was definitely a fault, surely. It was twice it was a fault. That is just ridiculous. Hit on the defence. Well, I was absolutely convinced, Steen. I thought, first of all, it was a double hit, and then I thought, there.
Yeah,
and then it comes
her.
off the back of her head.
Yeah.
That was a fault.
14,
That was about 60 shots ago. Maybe the umpire just mesmerised by the length of the rallies. "56 minutes this has been in progress.
Fourteen, 16.
Oh, there she is again. I do like it. And I'm now regretting that I criticised maybe her lack of patience, because actually I want to see this adventurous. Trying to intercept, trying to make a difference. Yeah, there's the just lift again on the return of serve.
18, 14.
Seems like a lot of the same story is repeating itself here in the second game. Oh.
Service over.
But still a 3-point gap for the Koreans.
Yeah, good pressure. Jamming, attacking shots. Jamming Kakiiwa. There's the first, and then the second.
19,
2
15.
points away from the first ever Super Series tournament final as a combination.
Play on, please.
Great smash.
Great placement again.
She's got a lot of power as well.
Yeah,
Kyung and Jung.
towards that right hip.
Match point.
And the qualifiers from Korea have 5 match point opportunities. Yeah, look at the little squeal and delight battled their way through the qualifying. And they will contest their first Super Series tournament final as a pair tomorrow. 21-11, 21-15
Match won by Jung
in exactly 1 hour.
21-11, 21-15.
Umpire confirming the score.
Today's
Delightful
matches are now
celebration there.
concluded. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you will join us again tomorrow for the finals at 12 a.m. Have a safe journey home.
Yeah. Well, they deserved it. I thought they were more positive in that semi-final, the Koreans. More adventurous, looking to involve the net players more. Well, it has been a good day here on semi-finals day. Disappointment, of course, for Denmark with the 2 semi-finals that we witnessed, and in fact it's disappointment for Denmark all around because Boa Mogensen in the men's doubles also lost. But we started with mixed doubles, and it means that Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Nasir tomorrow will contest their 4th consecutive final here at the Denmark Open. Then Chen Long, the defending champion and 3-time winner, the world #1 and world champion, came from 8-12 down in the deciding game against Victor Axelsen on a run of 11 straight points to take him to 19-12. Eventually finished it off 21-16 in an hour and 14 minutes. Then the second of the mixed doubles, and Go Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na, well, they were simply too good, I thought, today for the Olympic bronze medalists and 3-time winners of this event, Fischer-Nielsen and Pedersen. Then we had the women's singles and another upset because Carolina Marin, the 2-time world champion, going down to Pusala Venkata Sindhu of India. Sindhu had to come from 14-16 down in that deciding game, an hour and 15 minutes before she booked her place in her first ever Super Series tournament final. And as we've just seen in the women's doubles, the qualifiers from Korea have come through in 2 straight games against the Japanese pair, Maeda and Kakiiwa. So that's semi-finals done for today. We will be back with all the finals a little bit later tomorrow. That's 12:30 local time, 10:30 GMT. From all of us here in Odense, from Steen Pedersen and myself, Jill Clark. We'll see you tomorrow for the finals. Bye for now.